Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? CaptainMonk here. In today's game, play some Teemo in the top lane. So let's go out here and grab ourselves a Doran's Ring, 2 health potions, and the Warden Trinket and head on to lane. As you guys can see as well, we are playing Omega Squad Teemo, which I'm not gonna lie, guys, although I hate Tito or Teemo or the Rat, as I like to call him, I cannot deny I love this skin. I think they did a great job with it. The whole theme behind it and everything, it is just a masterpiece in my opinion, because you take Teemo, one of the most annoying, cringe-like champions ever, and you give him this really cool theme that he's like this hardened warrior from the battle, that he's constantly talking about the battle and how peace is a lie and blah blah blah. And I don't know, it's a nice change of pace from the really obnoxious cringe, Captain Teemo here and all that really cringy shit. I'm using the word cringe a lot, but I think you guys kind of get what I'm going for. I can't really think of better words right now because, of course, I'm not the most creative with my words, and that actually kind of segues to something I do want to mention a little bit here. I've kind of noticed with my videos for over the last like 2.5 years, as long as I've been doing them, that I've always had a bit of an issue with my commentaries where sometimes my pacing isn't very good. All of a sudden I'll speak too fast or I'll randomly speak too slow because I'm trying to think things through, and I want to blame that primarily on myself. Obviously I'm not perfect, but I also believe that part of the issue there is because I find it very difficult to commentate when I can't hear my own voice. And as many of you know, I use a headset, right? And so I'm using this headset, and I've got game volume, all that going on. I can't actually hear myself, and if I can, I'm screaming. So it ends up kind of, I think, holding back my commentary a little bit. So one thing I'm going to be trying a little bit, and I want you guys to see back on, is if you do notice a difference into this video, whether or not my headset's on or off, because I feel like I can actually hear my own voice right now. I won't be able to hear the game audio, but I don't think that really matters all that much in League of Legends anyways. Really just pings and stuff, and I can normally just see the mini maps. So of course I might hold me back a little bit gameplay wise, but I might be able to commentate a bit better, and I feel like that's what the video's focus should be anyways. So I'd love to have some feedback on that, guys. But in today's lane, we're against a Hecarim in the top lane, and he's going with the flask, which is what I would recommend anyways, so good start for him. And I'll get some autos on him here because I can, and there's no minions for me to last it, so I should be able to take advantage of that small little bit of discrepancy he's got going for him here. One thing I also want to mention here is why we're playing Teemo in today's lane. Well, it's pretty quite simple, honestly. I haven't done a video with him since 2013 when I did a Teemo video top lane with Super Teemo as the skin, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I haven't said this in any of my videos since recording that video, but before that video I chugged 2 energy drinks to make the video extremely crazy, and it went well. It was one of my more popular videos back when I first started, and I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I was a really bad player at the time. I think I may have been silver at best, so I really didn't know what the hell I was doing, and the video actually ended up being one of my more popular videos, one of my more funny videos, and yet the humor in it was just so super cringe. It was so I don't know, if you guys ever feel nostalgic and want to go back and see one of the first videos I ever did, I would recommend it, because it would be kind of funny for some of you to laugh at what I used to be. And I don't know how I really segued into that. I have no idea what I was talking about prior, actually, now I think about it. I'm going to pop my W here and get some more autos on this Hecarim and really zone him out, and we get the siege minion there. But yeah, that's kind of one thing I wanted to mention, was that I did that video, and I guess since then, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Since then, I mean, Teemo's got this brand new, or not really brand new skin, what am I saying? This has been out for a few months, but a great skin that's fairly new, and I really like it, and I've been wanting to do a video of Teemo since its release. And to add on to that, I'm going to ignite this guy, because he's getting way too close. And I think if I get this last auto in, he should die to the poison and the ignite, if I'm calculating correctly. Maybe I didn't. That's unfortunate. Well, that's okay. I'm pretty sure he used his ghost there. If he didn't, I'd be surprised. And yeah, he's going to try to go back to base here, and I'll just make him miss minions, and if he tries to get any, he might die, honestly, to me, because he does have a lot of sustain, but I've got a lot of ranged pokes, so maybe he'll miss out a little bit, and I'll be fine. I did use both my summoners, so it's a bit of a discrepancy, but it should be fine. But what I was really trying to mention, I keep getting sidetracked, is Teemo got a bit of a slight rework recently. They reworked a bit of his passive, and they reworked his shrooms, or I guess his landmines with this skin, but it's really actually quite interesting how they changed him, and honestly, a lot of players are saying it's a nerf. I don't think so as much. I think it's a change for sure. His shrooms are different, and you definitely want to adjust to the changes, but I don't think they're worse by any means. It's just a bit of a change. His passive is definitely better. All you should really know about that is you go stealth way more quickly in brush, and your attack speed buff scales with levels. So earlier on, it's going to be a bit weaker instead of being 40% at all levels. And we have Vi coming in here. She's going to hit her Vault Breaker. This should be a kill. The Poison Dart is going to be enough, or the Toxic Shot. So great gank from Vi, setting me up for success here. Skyable on Vi, that is. And yeah, that's like the first change there. So you have less attack speed earlier on, but at like max rank, the attack speed from stealth when you come out of stealth from your passive doubles to 80% from 40 what it used to be. So huge buff there. And to add on to that, when you are in brush, you stealth faster, and you can move around in that same brush while still being stealth. So that's a pretty cool little change there. So his passive, definitely a buff in my book. Maybe a slight attack speed nerf, but that's like the smallest thing. That's only for the first few levels. It tends to equal up pretty quick. So I'm going to get some items towards my Haunting Guys here. Haunting Guys is what I want to rush onto Teemo. I've been talking to a few buddies of mine who play Teemo a little bit, although I have to kind of hold back my true feelings for this champion. Honestly, guys, I hate this champion. I believe he is the scum of the earth, and I think he should be removed from the league. But of course, that's only my opinion, and I'm going to put my opinion aside for the sake of the video, because I know a lot of you may be Teemo fans. I just thought you should know my opinion and how much it pains me to pretend to accept this champion into the league. But enough of that. So I mentioned his passive, and I mentioned the build here, and yeah, Jimmy the Slayer is one of my best buddies on League here, and he plays a lot of Teemo, and as you know, he is actually a very good player as well. He's a master tier Teemo main, so he rushes Haunting Guys, he goes for the Andrews immediately, so that's what I'm gonna be doing here, because he knows best. And to add on to that, I didn't exactly copy his exact masteries, because honestly I think they're kind of bad. Don't tell him I said that though, but for his runes, I copied them a little bit as well with some slight changes, so I have a lot of respect for Jimmy the Slayer. I think he's a beast. The fact he's gotten to Master Tier playing mainly Teemo is very, very impressive. So I think I've got a pretty decent grasp upon what to build with this champion. And I love this lane actually because Hecarim just gets completely zoned out by me because he is melee, of course. And being melee really holds him back in this particular lane. I'm going to miss one of these minions here because they're both going to die in sync. And I cannot get them both, unfortunately, unless I have my Q. But I didn't have it available, so I couldn't just auto-Q and get them both really quickly. But I guess I should mention the other change, so his shrooms. We just got level 6 here, so we can start placing our shrooms. And actually, I don't want to miss any minions, so I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to try and do this quickly and get a shroom down. But what you should know about his shrooms is they're more or less the same, except for the things I'm going to list off. First of all, they don't last for 10 minutes anymore, they last for 5. They also have a bit more of an arming time. I don't know if there was already one, because I don't play much Teemo to begin with, so I don't really know the little things about him all that well. And what's Hecarim doing? Is he just... Okay, well, I'll harass him a little bit. I mean, if you're going to lag like that, don't expect me to not be super, super mean. Or actually, I said that backwards. Don't expect me to be super, super nice. I'll be a little mean and just harass him a little bit. But that's the first thing you should know. So you can't just place them right away and have them explode immediately. I don't think you could do that to begin with. But in the patch notes, it was saying that they increased the arming time. So it takes a little bit longer for you to toss them out into battle and have them explode, which is very important. So that means that you can't just toss it on top of yourself when you're fighting someone and expect it all to be work out. And this guy's dashing on into the fight while I have Ignite, so he is probably going to go down to the poison there. Bye-bye, Hecarim. I don't know what he was thinking. You'll notice there I didn't really use my shrooms, because with the range of them, which, by the way, a little bit of a segue there, it goes from 200 range to 300 with the changes, so you used to have 200 range to throw your shrooms out. Now you've got 300 range at rank 1, so it means rank 1 of your spell, so level 6, right? So by the time I threw it out as far as I could, and it armed and actually exploded, Hecarim would have outran it. So that's why I didn't throw it out. However, with old Teemo, I think you might have been able to pull that off. Maybe, because it arms faster, apparently. So that's something to keep in mind there. Another thing that's also really cool is they made it so your shrooms can bounce off one another. So just for the sake of the video and for explaining this with good clarity, I'm going to show this off a little bit. I think this works. I'm not entirely sure, but let's try this. Okay, that didn't happen. Why the hell did that not work? Okay, I'll show it off here. You can see it kind of bounces off one another. So again, that's probably not a good place to stack a bunch of shrooms, so don't take advice from how I place those, but you can kind of see you can bounce them off each other. Now, I'm going to be honest with this. Although it's a cool change, and I think it's actually really neat, I don't think it really changes much. I mean, yeah, you can bounce them off one another to try and get them into really intricate places, like over this wall, which I failed to do. But aside from that, I mean, I don't see the purpose of bouncing your shrooms off one another for a fight. I don't see the purpose of that. I just see that as an way to put your shrooms over walls that you couldn't normally reach. But to add on to that, as you level up your ultimate, so once you are level 6, you know, they have 300 range. Once you hit level 11, you upgrade your ultimate again, it gets to 600 range. So you can throw them a lot farther. And that's a really big buff. And of course, level 16, they go to 900 range. So it gets really, really strong. So I just feel like, you know, the whole bouncing thing isn't really as beneficial as a lot of people seem to think. And again, this is my opinion, and I don't play Teemo much. I don't really know how to play this champion very well, so my opinion probably doesn't mean much. But that is my opinion. And that is based off of me not knowing how to play this champion very well. So again, take it with a grain of salt. But in this lane here, we're actually stomping this Hecarim. He's gone with the Spectre's Cowl first just because of how much of a nuisance we've been. And that is a good thing for me because it's going to hold him back from building his Triforce, which is really what he needs to be successful in this match. As far as the rest of the map goes, which I completely forgot to mention my teammates. Man, I cannot believe I didn't give them credit for being here. Hold on one second here, guys. I'm going to get these minions, and then I'll list off the teams, because I completely forgot about that. So many great things to talk about when you're playing Teemo. Let's see here. So we've got Skyball playing Vine the jungle. We've got Dad Spaghetti playing as Nautilus in the support role. Spatial Stylus, I think is how you say that, playing Kog'Maw AD carry. Then lastly, we have SKT F1 Faker playing as TF in the mid lane. So let's go ahead in here and pick up our Haunting guys and our Blasting Wand. Also, one thing I'm not really sold on with Teemo is whether to get the upgraded trinket here or to go to Sweeper. I'm going to try Sweeper, because I believe, considering I have Shrooms and all that, it might make sense for me just to use the upgraded Sweeper and my Shrooms as Vision, as you can tell. So, Shrooms are Vision, Sweeper to deny Vision. I just see that as the way to go. And of course, I could be wrong about this, but that's when I'm going to try this game and when I have faith in being a good build. So, let's do that. It looks like my team got to a fight here, and Vi's going to duke it out with the Fizz and actually go down because Hecarim showed up and I was not there to help out. And that kind of ties into my summoner spell choice here with Ignite. I realize top lane, normally people go with Teleport, but I like to go with Ignite on Teemo because it stacks really well with his Poison, and to add on to that, I'm not really looking to pressure the rest of the map. I'm straight up looking to win my lane super hard, which Ignite helps me with, and then pressure the map so hard that because of me nuking their top lane and just destroying whoever the top laner is, which Teemo's very good at, he counters a lot of the top lane champions, they force someone else to go and help out, right? That, you know, they're pretty much forced to send someone else to go and gangbang me because I'm such a problem. And speaking of which, I need to get my Shrooms down, because otherwise I'm not going to be playing this champion right. So I've got a bit of a blockade to block off anyone ganking me. But the point of that is if two people are top lane, there's only 3 in the rest of the map, which means my team should be able to win without my help on the other parts of the map. And damn, this guy's getting to half health already. I do so much damage to this Haunting, guys. I love it. And let's go ahead and just get some more minions here. And it doesn't look like... Oh, there's one more. Okay, now... Oh, no, one more. Alright, let's fight this guy. Get out of here, Hecarim. You're just a pony. I'm a freaking war veteran. Freaking Teemo. I got this shit all figured out, because I've been to the battles. Anyways, this Hecarim should die very soon here. In fact, he might just die from one more auto there. Yeah, that's going to burn him down. And so that's the burst that Teemo can provide if it's not expected. And this guy's just getting dumpstered. So because of this, I'm super fed. Hecarim can't deal with me. He has no damage to do so because he's had to build defensive stats, which still aren't enough. So without a doubt, Echo's going to have to come top here and deal with me, if not someone else. Otherwise, I'm going to take their entire base because Hecarim is just way on over his head at this point. And that's where Teemo's strength lies. And that's why I like the Ignite over Teleport. Because, I mean, yeah, Teleport will allow me to pressure the map late game and roam places, but it's not like I'm going to set up kills, right? I mean, maybe I'll get some last hits by autoing people, but it's not like I'm going to set up kills for my team, which is where Teleport would be handy. So, I don't see Teleport on Teemo being all that great. But considering I pushed up the map this far, I've got a few Shrooms loading up here. I'm going to be looking, and hello, I just saw somebody, it's Echo, I think. Yeah, I'm going to be looking to get some Shrooms down to cover my ass once again. And I'm gonna use a lot of mana here, but at least I'm going back to base right away afterwards anyways, so I should be fine. I get another Shroom there. Alright. Yeah, I'll get my mana back from recalling and all that, but I've got some nice Shrooms laid out that actually they cleared here, it looks like, so that's no good. I have to replace those, but that's okay. I can handle that. Get my Leandries here. I'm also gonna get Spell Pen Boots because I've got enough health potions and I don't really need wards with my Shrooms. I mean, I could use them. It's not like they're bad by any means, but I'd rather have a Spell Pen over the wards, and the Shrooms do work as kind of a mini ward, of course. Very mini, but they definitely do help, so I should be okay in that department. And I'm just going to constantly go back top lane over and over again, because that's pretty much how I recommend you play Teemo top, is just to pressure the map so hard that their team is forced to send many people after you, and you have Shrooms covering you, and you have brushes to hide in, and just be a massive nuisance. And that's pretty much what I'm going to try and do here, and try and show off. Or not show off, that makes me sound like really arrogant, because I really don't know what I'm doing in this champion, but that's the strategy that I'm going to try and present in this video. That's probably a bad way of explaining it. And it's looking like the rest of the team is doing pretty decent. I mean, Vi's doing alright. Looks like Kog'Maw's struggling a little bit, but not too much. No one's really fed on their team except for Fizz. And Fizz, I mean, I should be able to handle him as long as I'm more fed than he is. And it looks like right now with his farm, 56, I am way over this guy. He cannot handle this. Got the Leandries on Teemo. I should be fine. My Shrooms should melt people. As far as my next item goes, I should probably mention my runes. I know it's a weird segue, but you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. I do have scaling glyphs of cooldown reduction. And what that's going to mean for me is that with those, I will have from my masteries 5, 15 from those scaling glyphs, so I can get either Nashers or Morellonomicon, or even Athenians, but I'm not going to go with Athenians, to cap out my CDR. The question is which. Now, normally I go with the Morellonomicon because I think the healing debuff that you can get when your points are low is really nice for your Toxic and all that, so they can't out-heal your damage. But with that said, I just don't know which one's best. It means going with the Nashers or the Morellonomicon. To add on to that, Morellonomicon also gives you that mana regen, so you can spam your shrooms a little bit more as well. So I do think I'm going to go with that, but I cannot be certain because it really depends upon how this game flows and what makes more sense. Because on-hit items like Nashers can be very good on Teemo as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get my shrooms down because, of course, the wave is in a position where I can't really do much. And hello, they're fighting here. I'm coming in, but I think Vi is going to die before I can even help. Yeah, that's a very dead friend of mine. And Fizz is here. Yeah, I'm probably dead here. There's not much I can do in there at that point. What is that, pathing? I guess he got messed up by pathing there. On the bright side of things, I did some damage to them, so, you know, I asserted my dominance a little bit, but it's not going to change much. And in fact, Hecarim's taking a lot of mini aggro. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I am thinking, though, I'm going to go with Morellonomicon, because... no, I don't know, man. I'm not sold. Well, let's go Nashers. You know, I'm gonna give Nashers a try. I've been recording a few Teemo games tonight, trying to get a feel for this champion, how to play him best, and I have not yet tried Nashers. Maybe I'm judging it too soon, and I'm giving too little credit to Teemo's ability to use spells without running a mana. So maybe I don't need the mana regen from Morello. We'll find out soon enough. I do have that shroom there, which is gonna help out. But yeah, I mean, the score so far, the score is pretty even, 10-9. Looks like we have only taken the one turret in the top lane. Everything else is even. No turrets taken. So as long as I keep pressuring like I have been and get shrooms to cover my back, I should be good to go. But at this point in the game, Hecarim's 0-4. At that point, he's worth killing. I mean, why not? Why the hell not? But not from Ignite. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna use my Ignite to kill this guy unless I'm in a scenario where it's either he dies or I die, or, you know, it's a 2v1 and I can only take one guy with me. Maybe then I'll do that, but, you know, 1v1 scenario, I'm not going to waste my Ignite on this guy. If he gets away, so be it. He's not worth that much gold, and I'm going to waste my summoners on him anymore. Unless, of course, I mess up thinking that I really want to kill him or something. I tend to do that where I think through before the fight what I should do and what I shouldn't do, but then I just completely ignore that because, of course, kills are just fun. You got to admit that. So maybe I'll end up using my Ignite on this guy without wanting to, but I'm going to try and avoid letting that happen. Another thing I need to do here is I need to place more shrooms in the brushes. So if I do get gangbang, I can go into those brushes, go stealth, and let my shrooms do a bit of the work, and then clean them up a little bit, because of course I can dance around the brushes, moving around a lot while stealth. So we'll see what happens here. And it's looking like Fizz is going onto our TF here, and TF's actually going to pull out the kill onto the fed Fizz, but he is going to go down in the end as well. But still, I call that a victory. I'm actually going to shove the wave here, because I feel like I need to be pressuring the wave a lot more if I'm going to be split pushing effectively. I'll use my blinding dart just to ensure I don't miss that one, because I feel like my auto attack wouldn't have been quick enough. And apparently Echo's bottom. My teammates are saying that. So if Echo's bottom, and I've got that shroom near blue buff, I'm pretty sure with Fizz dead as well, Hecarim, yeah, he's just going to be on the side trying to deal with me, and he's going to fail. So I should be able to take out this turret. And this is one of the issues with Teemo as a split pusher. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but my wave clear is not very good. I could use my shrooms, but I'd rather hold on to them for the sake of covering my back like this. So I don't like using them for wave clear. So getting a Rune's Hurricane, of course, is an option, but it's a bit of a gimpy item on Teemo as well, so it's a little bit awkward. But I think we'll be okay here. Now, oh god, Echo's here. I'm going to avoid the stun there, and hopefully I can kill these guys. I'm going to ignite Echo and hopefully take him out. I am going to take him with me. See, that's the scenario I'm talking about. If I was to have all-ined Hecarim, I wouldn't do as much damage because he has magic resist. Echo does not. And, you know, 1 for 1, that's totally fine because in this scenario, I mean, I hope my team takes advantage of the fact that, hey, there's 2 top. You guys should go in. You guys should go in. And it's looking like Vi's taking a lot of damage here. Is going to go down, but so is Karma, and so is Sivir. Yeah, that's good. Very worth. Very nice job, guys. So I'm going to pick up some items towards my Nashers here, because I'm thinking in those fights like that, although I like the mana regen, I think Nashers is going to be a bit more combat effectiveness in a scenario like that one, where, you know, they're on top of me like that. And I'll get some cool interaction from this, actually. Got plenty of AP, so we'll get the Nashers, and then I'll probably I'll probably work into getting a Rabadons for myself. I think that'll be really helpful for the extra magic resist. Did I really just say magic resist when I'm talking about Rabadons? I meant ability power. I apologize, guys. I'm messing up a few words here. I'm kind of losing my pacing, and I apologize for that. But Another item I might want to consider here is an hourglass for that extra safety. So when they dive on me, I can just push hourglass, get out of jail free card, and hopefully save myself with that. But we'll see what happens here. Upgrade the toxic shot, or the blinding dart, I should say, actually. And Hecarim's actually basing here, so I'm thinking I should be able to keep pressuring the lane. And I just noticed my score. Blaze it up, boys. Anyways, let's continue pushing this. And what's going on here? There's a lot of pings. I'm coming. Is something going on? Why would someone ping if there's nothing there? There's gotta be something going on, but I don't know what. And finding out is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. And who keeps pinging? Apparently they're doing dragon or something like that, and I realize I should go back to what I was saying earlier about just constantly pushing top lane, but this looks like a more immediate reward of something. And Echo's on the side here. I'm thinking I can totally flank this guy. Oh, hello, Echo. I'm just going to blind this dude, and uh-oh, I'm in a bad spot. Fizz is behind me, and so is Echo, but I can take out Echo. My Shroom is not going to pop. I did manage to do a lot of damage to him, so, you know, at least there's that. And he flashed as well, I'm pretty sure. So, not too bad. Vi's going ham, actually. He's going to kill Echo, I'm pretty sure. Or Fizz, actually. I'm coming over. Let's do this. And I think I got an auto off. I did not get an auto off, but Vi picked him off with the red buff, so not too bad. Let's take out the mid lane turret. Yeah, our Vi is very, very fit. Went to Valor, actually. I don't really recommend that on Vi, but it's working for him, so whatever gets the job done. Then again, if you're fed enough, almost anything can work, so take that with a grain of salt. And, oh, the anchor toss almost landed. If it did, that'd been really good. We have enough time, though, another 10 seconds or so to actually get another turret. So let's see if we can do that in time. I'm going to auto-sip it a little bit. I'm going to take some damage, but I'm not too concerned. And actually, their team's here. I should be concerned. I'm going to run my little penis off. I'm freaking Teemo. And I'm tiny. Kill this guy. Okay, that's not going to happen. But I'm really low, and I'm kind of scared, so I'm going to back off here. And Sivir died. I got an assist. Worth. And Hecarim's still going. Actually, I'm going to stealth. I'm going to go back in the brush. Actually, we can totally do this. I'll just keep autoing him. Yeah, there we go. And Fizz is on the way. I'm going to book it. I do not want to handle Fizz, but Vi, you know, you can handle him. You can have fun with that. I want nothing to do with Fizz. And the shark coming out, or the plant void thing. Venus flytrap looking thing. And let's see, I can almost afford this. I'll just grab the Nashers as soon as I can afford it. You know, it's kind of funny, when I recorded my Teemo video back in 2013, I went with a Nashor's Tooth, Malady, and Frozen Mallet build. It was super, super weird, and it worked as an on-hit build, but it didn't actually work because it was bad, but that's kind of what it was at the time. Man, I really didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I still don't really know, honestly. I'm going to be the first one to say, I don't fully know what I'm doing when I'm playing as Teemo. There's a lot of champions I don't really know what I'm doing, but I kind of just do enough research to kind of pull it off. At least pull it off, not really be an expert. So, hopefully I'm at least doing that this game for you guys. Giving you enough advice on a champion you might not be familiar with, and if you are, well then I'm sorry. But Hecarim's pushing up here, and I'm coming on over. We have TF somewhat nearby, so I think if I get into a fight, I should be okay. Hecarim's not too eager, but he is of course leaving, but he wasn't super eager to run away from me, so I feel like someone might be around, but yeah, there's Hecarim there in the jungle, so maybe not. I'll use my Shroom here though to push this up, because this is a fat wave, and I do not mind using a Shroom for a fat wave like that. And the wave should die. Oh, it's like the smallest amount of health before actually dying. But let's get some more Shrooms down. And actually, Hecarim's here. If TF gets the gold card off, this guy should be pretty easy pickings for us. And he went that way. Why did he go that way? Alright, well, my Toxic Darts are going to do a lot of damage to him, but unfortunately the TF is going to pick up the kill. I kind of wanted to kill Hecarim there, but that's okay. Let's pick up the top lane minions here and try pressure, because it's looking like my team should be able to handle themselves without me. At least that's the idea I'm getting here. So I'm going to take this turret finally. It's been here forever. I finally got it. And I should be able to continue pressuring here. And people might come to get me. In fact, I see Sivir flanking me. I'm going to need some help here, guys. I am totally going to need some help. I'm going to get some Shrooms down, cover my back. I'm just going to all-in Sivir because I have the blind. And so I can all-in her while she's alone. AD carries never should 1v1 a Teemo. I'm going to go ahead and say that with absolute confidence. Never 1v1 a Teemo as an AD carry. Otherwise, you shouldn't have too many issues. And it looks like that's actually going to be a surrender here, guys. So a little bit of a lackluster game kills-wise, but I feel like that commentary was a lot better, and hopefully this game was enjoyable for you guys, so I'm going to use this. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, rating, letting me know, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
You just